Hi, and welcome to the Spare Room's Convos podcast, where we have conversations about various things in a spare room. I am Brendan Ford, and I'm with the awesome and forever beautiful Brooke Kuzma.
Hey guys.
Brooke, how are you doing? How's it going? How are you living?
I am so happy that it's the weekend, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
This week has felt so long. If you're a teacher, you know, because it's like springtime and not only are the students checked out, but like we're checking out too.
At what point of school year do you check out? Is it springtime? For me, it'd be like day 2 of the whole school year. I'm done. I'm done.
Well, yeah, honestly, like getting back into the routine is hard. But like after the first week of school, I feel like death. Like I feel like I lived a whole year in like 5 days in the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Because it's just like
getting used to everything, getting back in the rhythm.
Yeah.
After having like 2 months off.
Right. But now, like, after spring break, it feels like the longest time, I swear. Like, we only have maybe 5 weeks left, I think.
I was about to say, it's like the home run stretch now, right?
4 or 5 weeks. It feels like the longest time, though. Like, this week, my kids actually were like, oh, this week felt fast. No, it felt like the longest week of my life. I swear. Like,
of course, kids say that because they don't do anything.
Literally. Except, like be menaces
kids,
all
you don't
week
know
long.
what's going on in the real world.
No, but I needed the weekend like so bad. I feel already like so refreshed and it's only Saturday. Like I feel so much better.
Yeah.
Like I needed to like lay down for a couple hours and like get a good night's sleep for once. Like it's hitting me. I'm tired like all the time.
Well, it doesn't help too that like the weather keeps changing.
Right.
And we wake up with like headaches because one day is 80 degrees, next day it's like snowing. So what's going on with all the air pressure? And it's like,
No, I agree. And it's like the same. Like everybody feels it, even the kids, because like last week or whatever, when it was like 70 degrees, they were like living their best life. But now they're like cold again and have to wear coats, and that's a struggle. They think for some reason when it's 30 degrees they don't need a coat. I don't know. I don't ever remember being like that as a kid. Like, I don't need a coat.
That's because we live like in the Midwest, so when it's like above 0, we're like, oh, it's summer.
It's summer, literally. They're like, I get hot. I'm like, unzip your coat. Like, we're not taking it off. Like, it could snow. It's cold enough for snow. You're wearing a coat.
Yeah.
They don't get it. I tell them when it's 60 degrees, you can wear a sweatshirt. I feel like that's not that bad of
that's pretty,
a deal.
Yeah.
They're like, what if it's 59? I'm like, coat.
What if it's 59?
I hate when they like test me like that. I'm like,
what is 59.9?
Yeah, they'll say that. They'll say that.
They're trying
I'm
to
like,
be funny.
I'm like, you're still wearing a coat. I'm like, I am not. They drive me crazy.
Be like, no, what? You're actually wearing a full snowsuit with 59 degrees. Actually,
yeah.
Keep testing me.
Keep testing
playing.
me. I'm gonna make you wear snow pants.
That's funny.
No.
This week for me went pretty well. I started my new job on the 17th. So no, it's awesome. I love it. The only downside is like the hour-long train ride to downtown.
Oh yeah, sure.
But you know, take the express, get there in an hour. It's a 4-minute walk from the train station to my office.
Oh shoot.
Just so clutch. Before it was like 20-ish
I was gonna say
minutes.
a lot faster of a walk.
It's a lot faster.
That's nice.
People there are awesome. Like I feel like I found my like people.
I love that. I love that.
The culture is awesome. The work is awesome. So yeah, there's a bunch of awesomes over here for me.
Yay! No, I'm so happy that you're like loving it.
Yeah,
like, you've needed this, so I'm happy for you.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, it's a good job. I like it there. It's a good company with good people for sure.
Awesome.
Brooke, to start off this week, first and foremost, if you're watching this, thank you. If you're on YouTube, please like the video. And please subscribe to our account. That'd be awesome. If you're on Spotify, please give us a follow there too. We see your support, and we can't thank you enough for it.
Yes, thank you.
Another person I want to give a shout out. His name is Chris Houston. Great guy. Comes from a great family. Known him for, I want to say, at least a decade.
Forever,
probably a little bit more. Yeah. I'm not sure. I think I coached him when he was younger, and I was helping my dad with the local Boys and Girls Club.
Oh, fun. Okay.
So I think I know I coached his younger brother. Don't remember if I coached Chris, but whatever. Sure. We knew the family forever.
Yeah.
I helped when I coached the Harlem high school team. I kind of helped over summer, and he was there, so I kind of coached him that way too. But I known him forever, and he's a huge supporter of our show. He's actually making like a little like hype video for us of our podcast, and he'll post it to his YouTube channel. Yeah, it's like one of the kindest things someone's
really
ever like done for me.
Right.
He's seriously
sweet.
so kind. He just got engaged.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
And Amanda, I'm so happy for
Yeah,
that.
they are an amazing couple, amazing people. So give him a follow on his YouTube channel. He's so close. He's almost to 500 subs.
Oh wow,
which is I can't even imagine having
YouTube?
more than 20. Like we're at like 8 right now.
For YouTube, that's a lot.
for YouTube, yes, he is blowing up. Especially if you're into content, if you're into hip hop, anime, football, like that, he should be your go-to guy for those like videos. He's a master. Remember we talked about like what would happen if TikTok went away, and like I said, like maybe YouTube Shorts would be the way.
Yeah,
he is a YouTube Shorts like expert. Like short game content. That's his like.
So we know who to turn to for that.
Yes, and he's in the process of starting his own podcast show too.
Oh, cool! Nice.
Yeah, so he has a lot of great stuff going on. Great guy, great content.
Cool.
You can find it his YouTube channel at @LilChris__. And again, help him get to 500 subs.
Yeah.
I mean, he's at 463 as of right now.
So close.
Dude, like, I couldn't imagine having more than 100.
I know, that's crazy. I would literally be shocked.
Like I just said, like we're at 8.
Right.
We're at 8 people, and he has over 400 people, close to 5.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. He's been putting in work, great content, and even better person.
Yeah.
So go follow Chris for me, please.
Yeah.
Like I said, LilChris__ on YouTube.
Awesome.
Another cool news article I saw on the ESPN's Twitter page. There's the Dodgers, the LA Dodgers baseball team.
Yeah.
They re-signed a former player. So this guy name is Andrew Toles. Hasn't played for the team since 2018.
Okay. So
During when he last played, and now he got diagnosed with a couple mental issues. One being bipolar disorder, another being schizophrenia.
Oh wow. Okay.
So, I guess he was without mental health services and health insurance. Maybe I think that's what this whole story is. But anyways, the Dodgers re-signed him, and he's not even active. Like, he's not playing. Yeah. But they signed him just so he can have those health insurance and mental health services.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a really cool story, and I just want to bring it up because when we're on social media, we don't see a lot of good stories.
Right.
We see the bad. We see the really bad. So that's what's tough about social media. It's like two extremes. Yeah. You see one extreme, which is the awful news. Right. And then you see the other extreme, which is good news, but not pertaining to good nature stuff. Right. When I say good stuff, it's more like someone saying, "Oh, this is how I acquired a $10 million house at the age of 19." Right. it's something crazy. It's too extreme. Polar opposites. Yeah. You don't see the normal everyday life stuff. Right. I'm just a normal guy with a normal job. This is what I do. Right. And then you also don't see a lot of good news stories like that.
That's especially cool. Because it's surrounding mental health, and that's something so common and obviously relatable. We could all relate to that, the struggle if you don't have health insurance, or trying to find a health insurance that will cover mental health things therapy and medication and so on. So that's really cool that that was brought to life, and awesome that the Dodgers, right? You said the Dodgers?
Yeah, the Dodgers.
That they're doing that for him.
No, it's awesome.
Because he's an athlete, but also supporting him with his mental health journey. So that's really cool.
It's an amazing thing to do, and I mean, we don't have to talk about it now, but I think the broader topic should be, if you are or were a pro athlete, I think you should get lifetime services.
For sure.
I think even the NFL, you don't.
That's crazy.
And when you play football at that level, at that caliber, you pretty much get into minor car accidents every single game. You're because there's top athletes of the world colliding into each other. It's serious stuff. And imagine if you are, and I don't know too much about the CBA, so I don't want to talk too much at the side of my mouth. But I'm pretty sure they don't have lifetime health insurance services right now, because Von Miller hopped on the Pat McAfee show this past week, and he actually said that. That's where I got the topic from.
Oh, sure.
So it's not like this me just talking like this pro athletes, and Von Miller is one of the best NFL players today, very prominent figure in the NFL world, and like he even said like we should have long-term, lifelong health insurance services.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like healthcare in America, anyways, could be its whole episode in its own going off about it, but yeah, it's sad what like people have to go through to try and get like mental health services. So yeah, I'm all for that, and it just seems like even more in today's society, it's like more common but like still not like as accessible as it should be.
No, it should not be. And then quick pivot to Damar Hamlin. Mm-hmm. So he's the Buffalo Bills safety who had that tragic accident on the field.
Yeah.
He actually just got cleared to play football.
Oh my gosh.
That's just crazy. Like,
that's super dope for him.
I mean, I don't want to keep sharing the story, but he basically died on the field.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then be able to play less than a year later and be cleared. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But it goes in the topic of the whole lifelong health insurance stuff, because like we don't know what's going to happen from here on forward. You know, what if he has I mean, I don't know too much about the health and medical space, but I'm sure like they want to clear him unless he was 100% good. But again, like you don't know what the long term effects of that will be, and like of his like case, right? So. Yeah, but no, it's awesome news for him. Happy for him. Kudos to him for even want to keep playing. Mm-hmm. If that was me, I'd be
like, I'm done. Like, I literally almost died. Like, I'm good. Yeah, no, I agree. But that's like crazy though. Like, you're right. Less than a year. Like a lot of people have with other like serious injuries have way longer of like a recovery. So, I mean, props for him for being okay and like. Being okay also to go back into it, like you said.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
I say kudos because that just shows, like, that's a testament to how much he loves the game and his passion for it.
Yeah.
Because, like, a lot of players have that mindset of, like, if I were to die anywhere, I want to die on that, like, field. And because they're just very passionate about that. Mm-hmm. I remember Jamal Adams said that a couple years back, and you might not know him, but he's a pretty good safety. He plays for the Seahawks. Okay. I think some journalists asked him a question along those lines, like, hey, do you care about the whole, like, health consequences of playing football for a long time, especially at the NFL level? And he's like, said something along the lines of, like, no, like, if there's a place I want to die, I want to die on the field. Oh, wow. Which is a little bit extreme.
Right, but
I'll be honest. But a lot of players just have that mindset. And, like, to play at that level and be good for that long, you got to have passion for the game. Now, I'm not saying, like, you should want to die in the field. Like, you want to walk off healthy and in good health. But a lot of these guys, it's not just a game for them.
Right.
You know, they really love it. It's a way for them to make a paycheck, right? And then it brings it all, like, twofold. Like, we're all together. Because a lot of people say, oh, if you're in the NFL, I'm not sure if you really care about playing. You just want to collect that paycheck, right?
Right.
But then you have guys like this who basically died on the field and won't come back and play.
Like they live for this.
At least it shows me, like, in my own opinion, it shows me, like, oh, this is not just a paycheck for you. Like, this is that you love the game, you actually care.
He cares a lot about it.
And if I'm already inspired by his story. Mm-hmm. And, like, obviously, if you're close to the Bills fan base, or if you are a fan, like, that should really inspire you. Like, there's a guy out here, going through the worst of it.
Right.
For his health, just to give us a football game on Sundays.
Right.
It's wild to think about. They're putting himself in harm's way for our, like, entertainment.
Benefit, basically, yeah.
Yeah, for ours.
Yeah.
And, of course, they do it for themselves. They want to play and stuff like that. But it's really for us.
Yeah. Putting himself out there.
So it really makes you, like, humble. Like, damn, like, these people actually do care.
Right.
And it's not just, like,
we
over here talking about, like, oh, like, even, like, when... I feel bad now even, like, saying negative stuff about a player. Because you don't know what they're going through.
That's
and
so
stuff
true.
Like that. Like, for us, it's so easy to say, oh, that guy sucks.
Right.
And this and that. He's awful, this and that. But, like, you don't know what he's doing behind closed doors or what he's going through behind closed doors.
Yeah. I feel like, I've definitely been thinking about that a lot more. Like, I feel like as I get older, I think about that. Like, I'll see people, like, making fun or like stuff like that, and then I feel like I'm like such a like weenie, but I'm just like, you don't know what they're going through, or like it makes me sad, but that like they're trying to be like in good humor, or, like make a funny joke or something, or say they don't like a player, but then I'm like, you don't know what anyone's going through, and maybe I'm just a softie, but and like think about everyone's feelings in that way, but I don't know, that's so true. I've been thinking about that like a lot more recently about, not judging, but anyways, that's kind of a tangent off what you were saying.
No, it's just putting yourself in their shoes.
Right.
And especially like all those players who get like death threats after games. Sorry, my phone went off and kind of distracted me. Do not disturb. Especially those players that get death threats after games.
Yeah.
It's wild.
I don't know. People are crazy like that. Like
a guy could drop a pass and thousands of people go online. Oh, you're awful. You're trash. I'm gonna kill you.
Literally. Okay.
Like, it's crazy stuff.
Not even to like the extreme and kind of off topic a little, but I was listening to a podcast about these influencers that like went to Coachella, and they like went home on Sunday night, so they missed Frank Ocean. People were like calling her an idiot, saying she's dumb. She's like should die basically because she didn't stay.
Yeah.
And it's like, what's wrong with you? Like, what made you think to say something like that?
I think people just forget that they're also human beings. Like, the celebrities are also human beings. They're not just like, they're not just there. I mean, I don't know. I mean, obviously, like, they live to put on a show for people. That's what they do.
Right.
But like, they're also human beings at the same time. Like, you can't just be like, oh, do this, sing, dance, jump, whatever, whenever
like,
say so. It's puppets. Like, what? No, they're free humans too, and like they're just like you and I in terms of like emotions,
right?
And feelings.
They'll make mistakes. They have their own opinions. It's so weird. I don't know. I'd never be one to say some weird stuff like that on the internet to someone. I don't know.
There's like no benefit to it.
Right. It's so weird.
What else is crazy? Talking about celebrities and stuff like that. The AI software that made a fake Drake and the Weeknd song.
Yeah.
First of all, I just want to say this. The song was high-key a banger, okay? I was listening to it. I'm like, they should just make that song just so us fans can have it. I'll put that shit on repeat.
I know. Brad was like listening to it like the days that it was available. Like, he was bopping to it. It was like, and it sounded exactly like them too. It was kind of creepy, but like it was good. It
was good. Like the beat was nice, and it even had like Metro Boomin. I remember it being posted to TikTok, and someone commented like, "Metro Boomin did not make this
Metro
beat."
Boomin did not.
I don't know why. Like so, the AI. I don't know. There must be a person controlling the AI. So the person who made the song he goes by I don't know, goes by the name Ghostwriter. I see here on my Spotify screenshot, and the song has been taken down off streaming services and whatnot. Even I don't know if it's been deleted from TikTok, but for sure got taken down off Apple Music and Spotify. But whoever Ghostwriter is, man, she made a banger.
A bop.
it was good. It was better than the Drake song, I think, that I heard in a long time.
Yeah,
low-key.
for real.
It was like good. Nah, I'm just kidding. There's been a lot of good Drake songs out there. He just released a whole album that I listened to in repeat. So
yeah, it was good.
No, but it was a good song. It received over 250 streams over like a week, and
crazy. 15 million views on TikTok, 275,000 views on YouTube, and 600,000 streams on Spotify.
It was doing numbers.
For real. Like, people liked it. But, of course, it got taken down by the label.
Yeah, Universal, what's it called? Universal Music Group.
Yes.
They're gonna, I think, sue Ghostwriter.
Yeah, because it breached their copyright law that they were.
Oh, for sure. You can't
steal someone's voice.
You can't, even if it's AI generated, not like, oh, you stole a voice. Like, you're using someone's voice to make us. Of course, you're gonna get sued.
Right. No, AI is getting crazy. This is too real.
my question for you, Brooke.
Yeah.
Is why do you think this person did that?
To get attention, to get, I don't know, show their talent. Maybe they obviously have they know how to control the AI, and they know how big Drake and the Weeknd are. I mean, do they even have a song in real life together?
Drake and the Weeknd?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they? Oh, because I was gonna say,
right
I
off
don't
top
even...
of my head is Crew Love.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
On the Take Care album, but
So, like,
I mean, it's sure there's probably more. I just can't think, but that's the first one I.
But yeah,
think
like
of.
2 artists that are like really great and well known put together, like making a song, like and it was a bop. Like
It
I
was
don't
a
know.
bop.
I think they were trying to get like some sort of attention or like fame, some money, maybe. I don't even know, because like they did something. Obviously, millions of views.
Yeah, I mean,
in a matter of days.
He better, or she better, Ghostwriter better hope that it didn't make that much money, because that's really would be the driving force for getting like sued.
Yeah.
Like I can see
sure.
like if this person made a bunch of money,
it's not gonna be good for them.
I'm pretty sure like maybe the label wouldn't care that much if it was like got nothing equated to it. Like, okay, only a couple views, a couple thousand views, you're making money, whatever. Just don't do it again.
Yeah.
But it did numbers. So who knows how much money it generated?
Yeah.
And well, you think this person did that to be like a martyr for like AI generated projects and stuff? Because the person has got to know, like, if the song blew up, they're going to get like sued or some sort of punishment.
Yeah.
Where like the hammer's going to come down. Like you would have to know that,
right? Obviously,
you can't just like
voice and
you can't use 2 high profile artists' voices,
and
then like make a song and have to be fire.
Right.
That's nothing about
right.
it.
Like,
I feel like if the song sucked, no one would care.
No one would be like,
no one would get like the attention would be there.
Right. That's why they're like, take this.
But the fact that like people are like low key, this might be better, but they just produce like their own selves. Like right now, like you're like, well, we have to shut this down.
That's crazy.
Like, cause that's a whole nother like
layer to everything with it.
Door that I think, obviously, if you. Well, AI is affecting every job and every like industry, doesn't matter what it is. But now it's affecting like the music space. You don't want that. Mm-mm. If you're an artist, you don't want an AI generated song to be better than songs that you physically
wrote. Everything.
That's not good for your like business. Because now we're like, what fans are like, I don't care. Like, I can make a song with my AI generated thing, and then basically use Drake's voice, get some money, and it sounds as good as the stuff that he's producing with his own team and him.
See, stuff like that's scary to me. I don't know. Like, that's crazy how much like technology can do for that. That's crazy.
Yes. Think about the market, right? Because like right now, content's king, right? And people with our short attention spans want stuff now.
Yeah.
So I can see that being at least a pretty good revenue generated. If you want to call it business, fine. But like, what if you make a new song every week using Drake's voice?
That's true.
And then this kind of
broadcasting it out there.
Yeah, gave it to a bunch of hardcore Drake fans. And if you're a hardcore Drake fan, you get a new Drake song
every
quotes every single week.
That's crazy.
Right? Instead of waiting, Drake's been releasing an album a year?
Yeah,
every 2 years. So, like, you get, instead of waiting a year or 2 years for a new Drake album with new songs, like, you get a new Drake song every week or every other week.
That's crazy.
Right? Because we all want new stuff, like, now. Like, that's why it's a whole war going on with these streaming services. Like, Apple TV came into play. There's Disney Plus, Netflix, Hulu. Like, the game right now is making new content, right, and publishing that new content as quickly as possible, because us humans now are programmed to have short
attention span.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because of the short form.
Because we have access right here. We can go TikTok, scroll, boom, boom. Crazy. We have that instant, gratification right there in our face at any point in time.
Oh,
so now apply that logic that these media companies are doing towards like music, and how AI could affect the whole music biz.
Right. I wasn't even thinking about the new song every week type thing. That's wild.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
And Brooke, speaking of Disney,
mm-hmm.
they actually are laying off more workers. So layoffs are still going on.
Seriously?
It's wild. Yeah. So ESPN, which is owned now by Disney,
mm-hmm.
they're laying off 7,000 employees.
Wow.
Best Buy laid off 600. Amazon laid off 9,000. Facebook laid off 4,000. And I don't have the number in front of me, but a company I used to work for called CDW,
Mm-hmm.
they're pretty much a staple in the whole IT biz, and
Yeah.
like they've been pretty stable. They laid off some employees, which is crazy. So
Yeah.
layoffs are still happening.
Right.
If you're out there needing a job, like sending the most good vibes out to you. I know the market right now is crazy. Try to just lean on your network and just post like content on like LinkedIn and help you get noticed by a company or whatever. But yeah, my heart goes out to you if you are laid off or if you're fearful of getting laid off. I'm in the same boat, even though I just started with my company.
Mm-hmm.
And anything can happen at any time.
Right.
You know?
I mean, especially like Facebook and Amazon have been laying off people for a while now too, right?
For a while. I mean,
so yeah.
Facebook just laid off an extra 4,000 people. Amazon too, 9,000?
Yeah, that's scary because that's been happening for months now. Like,
I feel like a couple months ago we were saying like they just laid off like 10,000
right.
Like they're going through waves and they're still laying off people.
Yeah, that's a lot of people. It's hard.
It's hard. So we're definitely tough times right now, but again, if you're in that boat where things are tough and you lost your job, again, sending all the best vibes out to you.
Right.
Hope you land on your feet quickly. Enjoy that Sevi pay for a month or two, because companies give you that like benefit.
Heck yeah.
I'll be chilling. Like I would still be actively looking for a job at the same time. If I knew I had 5 months in my like severance package, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. But again, sending the best vibes out to you. Hopefully you land on your feet soon.
Yes, we're thinking of you. Hoping for the best for sure.
Another piece of trending news we saw, or trending topics, SpaceX Starship, the first spacecraft that got launched by SpaceX, which is owned by the famous Elon Musk. I laugh because he's been taking so much heat on Twitter.
Oh, for
I don't
sure.
know what he's doing with that app. It used to be my like favorite thing, like my favorite social media app, and now it's just like, what are we doing here?
Hey.
They made a couple updates which I like, but like I don't really care about this. But people who were verified are up in arms because now he's making you pay
to be verified. Oh, that's so dumb.
Yeah, so people are like, no, like.
Who's gonna pay to be verified on an app? Come on.
But now they have to pay. I don't know. I think it's like $11 a month or something.
$11?
Yeah.
Isn't that more than Netflix? What the heck?
Yeah, it's a lot. So he's just he really just want to get more money for like the Twitter business, which makes sense. But like
still,
like you gotta go about that like other ways,
right?
Maybe, like more ads, sponsorship, splits.
Yeah,
something
that's
like
true.
that. To sell more ad space. I don't know.
But
I don't know what I'm not in that world. So I don't know what you would do. But like,
I mean,
I feel like the golden rule though is keep stuff free for like the end user.
Right.
So like, I don't know.
He's taxing the rich. That's what he's doing.
Right, basically. See if people start caving in or not.
Right.
Get a lot of people saying, "Oh, I'm not paying." First of all, I'm one of those people, but I never had it. No one cares about me. I have like 1,000 followers. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I pretty much don't exist to 99.9% of the fucking world.
Right.
So it's whatever.
But yeah, but the spaceship thing, my students watched it in music class the other day. The music teacher showed it to them, and they thought it was like the coolest thing ever. But she was trying to like make it a huge deal to them. She's like, "This is like history," and they're like, like, did not care.
Did not get it at
They're
all.
like, "Okay, it's a spaceship, whatever."
Yeah, did not care.
It's so funny.
It's funny. Yeah, but anyways, they had their first launch, and the spacecraft lasted about 4 minutes in the air before it's like it exploded, basically.
Yeah.
So us are like, that sucks. It failed. But for them, like them as in SpaceX, this was a very good trial run, a very good run because it didn't like explode right off, like take
right
off.
Away.
Yeah, which I guess makes sense. I mean, it's the first ever launch. You can't expect, I guess, your first launch to be like orbiting Earth for a good amount of time. It's like the first one,
right?
So at least they built it and it worked for the most part. So it's cool.
Yeah.
Shout out to SpaceX, because their entire mission is getting to like Mars.
I was gonna say a whole transformation in like the space journey for sure. I know that they want to do a lot, so that is cool.
So I guess it's one good step for them. I mean, you need a big jump from being in the air for 4 minutes to get into Mars safely, but hey.
Right, exactly. We got a ways to go.
You gotta start somewhere. Rome wasn't built in a day, so
yeah,
that's cool.
That's nice.
All right. Moving over to entertainment and pop culture news. What the H has been going on in the world, basically, regarding entertainment and pop culture. Obviously, we got to start with the elephant in the room here.
Exactly.
Love is Blind season 4 reunion. I know we're a week late without a recap, but they're the ones that for some reason like released it or tried to do a live show on Sunday night.
Raise your hand if you watched the Love is Blind season 4 reunion on TikTok Live.
Oh yeah. Thank you Netflix for that.
It did not load. Obviously, everybody knows. The memes are hilarious, though. I'm here for everybody, like, dying at how big of a failure it was, though. Because, yeah, they failed. It took them, like, almost an hour and a half, right, to get the live, quote unquote, on. But not everybody was able to access it, though.
Yeah.
And we
not
were one of
everyone
them.
was able to access it. It worked for some people. For us, it never worked. So, like you said,
so
we had to resort to watching it and
TikTok
someone live.
And
it was such a disaster.
It was... Yep, it was just about as a hot mess as I'm trying to get live. But I was not here for it.
It was boring.
Yeah.
First, it was an hour and a half late or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the reunion was boring. We had one good part where Irina got reamed by Zach.
As she should.
Which she deserved every bit of that.
Exactly.
And then Jackie got
let off
free
the hook from
somehow.
Vanessa Lachey. Like
Vanessa, first of all, she sucks to host.
She's done. I keep seeing everyone say like she's done. Like I 100% agree. Like we need somebody else. The Lacheys, goodbye.
Yeah.
We're done with you.
And I understand the double standard we're doing right now because a little bit ago we were saying
just saying not to judge people.
Don't talk about people like that. And we're saying she sucks.
Okay.
So I will reframe what I said. I think she could have done a way better job.
All right.
Of hosting the show. You can tell that, like, I don't know. She wanted, like, she thought she was, like, in the spotlight.
Yeah.
She kept saying, like, weird stuff and trying to make it about her.
Yeah.
And they didn't, I don't think they did it. They did a little bit. But my biggest pet peeve with Nick and Vanessa is, like, they always share, like, their own experiences as a couple.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, we don't care.
It's not about you guys.
Why are you talking that much?
Yeah.
You should be listening to what the people on the show were saying and then come up with good questions.
Yeah.
Based off what
like
they're saying. Like, why are you giving us your experience as a couple with Nick? Like, we don't care about that as, like, the audience. We do not care.
Yeah.
But she kept, like,
making
I don't know,
it about her and
saying weird stuff about that. Like, I don't know about, like, if Nick did that, this and that. Okay, cool, whatever, Vanessa. This is not your show. This
right.
not
like, it's not about your guys' love and your marriage. No, it's about theirs from the show.
And, like, she gave Marshall so much crap.
I know. I was going to say, that's what I'm most mad about. I'll let you finish. But, like, she's totally, like, a girl's girl, which I'm, like... Okay, like, me too. I'm here for the girls, but I'm also here for, like, holding girls accountable when they do something wrong. And she just let, like, Micah and Jackie and, I mean, she went in on Irina, but, like, she let them off the hook. And it's like, okay, no. Like, we need to hold them accountable. Like, she was giving, like, Paul a hard time and, like, barely asked anything about Jackie. And then, yeah, like you said, went all in on Marshall. And we're just going to forget, like, what Jackie did?
Yeah.
Because what she did was wrong.
Yeah, so wrong. And she didn't even ask anything on that bogus Zoom call she had with Jackie and Josh.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, dude. Like,
it was not good at all. Like, she did not ask anything. She did not hold Jackie accountable. But instead, like, reamed Marshall and was, like, giving him a hard time. It's like, did we forget that he is not the villain? Like, yeah. I'm so confused. I'm sorry.
And, like, I understand, like, we don't know Marshall personally. Maybe there's some stuff that was edited out. Maybe he's not. Let's just say he's not as good as a guy as we are seeing him as portrayed on the show. Like, right. What if they edit some stuff out? Whatever. But we have yet to see that. Like, we don't know. Like,
right, we get to see him be a bad person.
From our view, he seems like a very good person. Like,
right.
I don't know. And for him to get, like, backlash like that from her, this seemed way out of line. And, like, at least, like, if, let's say, for example, that was true, like, maybe, like, they edit some stuff out and make him look really good or something. No one said anything negative about him, though.
Right.
No one said anything negative about him on social media at all. Yeah. Like, no one's saying, oh, he did this, actually, they cut this out. He actually is not that good of, like, a guy, guys. Like, no one has said that about him. So, which leads me to believe that, no, he really is a good dude.
Right.
And so, why is Vanessa, like, blasting him on this, like,
it's so
stupid reunion show?
Right. It's so confusing.
Just to please Jackie, who's not even there?
And
who's too coward to even show up?
Right. And, like, why do we need to please Jackie? Because, like, we still haven't addressed, like, everything she did wrong. Like, come on. Like, it was so frustrating. And for her to, like, same with, like, Paul, like, oh, we don't know all the amazing or bad things that he's done, but he seems like an okay dude too. And she, like, went off and was, like, supporting everything Micah, like, had to say about him. And it's like, why are we going off on Paul? And that's why I was, like, really happy that Zach was going off.
Zach was keeping it a buck. Him and Bless both were keeping it a buck.
For real. And, like, that's why I was happy that Zach, like, stood up for him. I was like, I feel for Paul. Like, he is saying what, like, he needs to say. Like, he's not saying anything wrong. He's owning up to anything. Like, he's like, I don't understand. And that's what I 100% agree. I'm like, why are we going off on these, like, guys who we don't even have a problem with, but not, like, holding the girls accountable for all the bad stuff they did?
Yeah.
I don't get it. It's
like,
weird. It's like, okay, just because you're a girl doesn't mean you have to stand up for the girls all the time.
You can't just
like,
blindly stand up for people for no reason.
Right.
Like, you gotta have, like, I understand, like, being a guy's guy or girl's girl, okay, whatever. You can't just blindly stand up for people, though, because they are whatever group that you want to, like, I don't know.
Right, that's
what
like, I'm saying.
You can't just do that.
Like, just because you're, like, a girl doesn't mean you have to stand up for the girls. Like, they didn't,
well,
you should not be standing
up for them. There's a time and point to, right? But, like, I don't know. I think she was just, like, blindly defending them.
Yeah.
And, I don't know. What did Paul say again that kind of triggered Vanessa and Micah? Was something about, like, didn't he say, like, Micah wasn't fit to be, like, a mom or something? Yeah. We're gonna see her being a mom.
And come on, we all know what he, like, meant by that, for real. But, like...
Yeah, the fact that she's mean.
Yeah. And, yeah, he was, like, going off. I don't know if that's when he was going off, too. But then she, like, looked at Micah and was like, I'm sorry, do you even understand anything he's saying right now?
I missed that. I don't remember that.
Yeah. And she's like, no, I have no idea what he's talking about. And she's like, okay. I'm like, Vanessa... You are stupid. Like, what? I'm sorry. That was a little rough. But, like, I'm like, what? Like, what are you talking about? Like, Paul is, like, explaining himself. And then she's just like, I'm sorry, I gotta stop you. Do you know what he's talking about? I'm like, what are you doing?
But
I don't remember if that was what it was, but...
I just don't... I just can't stand them both as hosts. They're not good hosts. Like, what value do they add to the show?
Seriously.
Like... For real.
Like, one point, I will say, I did not mind Nick in Perfect Match. He was fine in that.
Oh, yeah. Me. I mean, because that show, like, itself was a hot mess.
Right. I just felt like, I'm like, why do I not remember them being this bad in, like, the other show? But I'm like, I think it's because they weren't. Like, and he was also alone. Like, Vanessa wasn't in on that for them to be like, oh, I love everything about us again either. But yeah, you're right. They do that, like, every season. They, like, talk about themselves. And it's like, we don't care about your relationship.
Yeah, we don't care about your issue with your relationship.
For everybody else.
Do not.
So, like, oh, yeah. But her in the show, the reunion, I was like, you're making me the most mad. I'm like, I don't care about anything else anymore because you're, like, ruining this reunion. Like, towards the end, we, like, started tuning out because we were like, this is...
Yeah, I stopped watching, like, halfway. It was an hour and a half long.
It was so long. It felt... I don't know if they were normally that long, but... And if,
it was
maybe
not.
Also because I was trying to watch it on my phone and I was just done by that point. But I was like, this is not it. Like, this is not what we were looking forward to.
Well, we tried... Well, I brought up, like... I think it was last night or 2 nights ago. I'm like, hey, bro, we should watch the actual episode on Netflix now that it's uploaded. And then I got to, like, the screen and press play. I'm like, actually, I don't want to.
Yeah.
It's so boring. It's an hour and a half of nothing.
Yeah.
It's so really boring. Like, they could at least, like, edit it down a little bit.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
Yeah, it's whatever. Netflix, just know that was a huge fail.
It was.
And
Sadly.
maybe you should try and find a new host for that show.
I agree. And really quick before we move on, I keep also seeing like people coming out about like couples that were on the show and got engaged but like aren't being shown. And now like a bunch of other people from other seasons are like coming out and saying how they were like mistreated or like their mental health wasn't taken seriously. They were like deprived of food. They'd be filming for hours. So there's a lot of stuff that's like coming out. Like, I don't know if all the NDAs are like expiring and people can start talking now, or like people have said like people this season don't care about them anymore.
Yeah.
But like there's a lot coming out and people are a little nervous that this might have been the last season because they're not sure if people are gonna keep watching the show with them not being honest about all the couples and like hearing all the like concerns between the couples. Like Amber and Barnett, like Amber spoke out that she's told Love is Blind like they want nothing to do with them anymore and like they're thriving together not because of the show and stuff. And yeah,
dang, maybe it will be the last one. I'm kind of on that fence. I think it should be done.
Yeah.
Unless they fix the issues, right? Like,
I agree.
I hate hearing about how couples got like engaged and like we didn't see it.
Yeah, like that's the whole part of the show and the experiment.
Like, even though like they maybe because who was it? Was it like that JP guy?
Yeah, I don't remember exactly.
Did they end up getting engaged and they did not make it to the altar or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay, so they didn't make it to the altar, but I want to see that because why are you showing us like bits and pieces? Like, I want to see the entire experiment. Like, I want to see every couple. Yeah. I don't care if it's a long season. You have the content.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. Are we all really gonna complain that there's more episodes? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. We we want more content, and they already release them from like in batches, anyways. Right. So just give us like more episodes per batch that they publish these episodes, and
just be honest.
Just be honest with it. Yeah. Right. And treat obviously the people well.
Right. Yeah.
So I actually remember the food part you're talking about. I think that's why I always have food in like the pods now. Yeah. During like those like episodes, there always was like some sort of like food. I remember like someone was eating sushi. I'm like, I really want that sushi.
Yeah, it looked good. But yeah, people were saying that they were like deprived, and then people were like, yeah, Tiffany on the couch falling asleep, like they're up late, like filming and stuff. But
well, I heard they go on dates for a long time. Yeah. Which I get it because like you do have to film the content. Like, I don't know how long they could take, like, just to film. So I think they go, like, hours of dates, right, at one time. I think so, too. Which makes sense. It would make sense. Yeah. That part I get. But, yeah, feed the people, at least. If you're making them stay in a little room for 4 hours, give them food. Like, it's not that hard.
A little snack, like some drinks.
Show us all the couples. I want to see everyone's journey. Yeah. Obviously, I can do without the dumb stuff, like if someone doesn't get matched up, okay, whatever. Okay, yeah, we don't. But like, I want to see those stories, like how we're talking about if someone gets engaged and we don't see it. Yeah, like what's the point then?
Right, like that's the whole part of the show is to show those who got engaged. And okay, yeah, they said they like broke it off. Okay, then we stop following them.
Yeah, like at least we get to see that though, and they're also part of the experiment.
Right, like we know. Yeah, I thought that was really dumb and. Just a lot is coming out about the show that I thought was interesting. Wanted to get your thoughts on, but I don't know if we're gonna have another season or not. I don't know. I am a hypocrite a little bit because I do really like the show.
I think it could be a new season.
I bet there will be because
it's doing too many numbers. It's gaining too much attention.
People love it, so
yeah, people love talking about it. Even though the show is messy, people are still gonna watch it. People are always gonna watch that type of stuff, no matter what.
For sure, reality TV.
Yeah, it's been around forever. And why would they stop doing it now?
Exactly.
It's almost like at its peak.
It really is.
If you think about it. Yeah. It's all over social media.
A lot of people are starting to watch it a lot more now, I see, so.
I don't know if it's just because like I like a lot of content like that on TikTok.
Yeah,
but you see other podcast shows talking about it too. Like everyone's talking about it.
Every podcast I listen to is talked about.
Yeah, exactly. Actually. So they're like, should we keep doing this? Yeah. Yeah, because people are still talking about it. Yeah. And even if this is bad, people will still talk about it. Right. So it's whatever. Exactly. Brooke, you saw a trend going on social media regarding couples.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So what I saw was actually on Lemonade was like this girl and she was like, oh, I'm hard launching my boyfriend on here. because I don't want to show it on any other social medias. It's scary, whatever. And we don't know what like hard launching versus soft launching is. So when you soft launch someone in a relationship, it's like you're posting pictures or like sharing about them, but like not revealing their name or like showing their face. So like if I wanted to like soft launch you, I'd like take a picture of us, but like cover up your face, or like a mirror picture, but the phone's in front of your face. Like we could see it's you, but like no one knows that it's you. Or like take a picture of you like while you're walking and we don't know who you are.
Right.
Whereas like people are calling it a hard launch when you like actually show their face and like reveal who they are and stuff. And I see this more with like influencers, but I also see like other people like doing it too. And I was kind of like talking to you about it, and I was like, maybe it's just because like I really love you and I like want to show you off, and was like really excited to be like dating you. Still am. Like I don't get the soft launching, and maybe again because it's more of like an influencer thing, and some of them want more of like privacy, which I get because like there's this girl I follow, Monet. I've talked about her before. Like she recently just like hard launched her like boyfriend because they've been talking for a while, and she's like, I kind of just want something to me, and like I want to see if this like works out before like I share with everyone. She has like a million followers, I think, maybe more. And I totally get that. Like people are gonna like jump on it and be like, who's this guy searching? And some people already kind of had an idea. I don't know who he is, but I don't know. I just thought it was weird. Like I don't know this random girl on Lemonade, but I'm just like people maybe like us who don't want to share their like significant other. I just felt like it was maybe just like different for me because like I'm one who like really wants to like show and express my love in that way and like show like you off. But I was like, I don't understand the soft launching, and maybe it's just again like just me, but maybe it's like the privacy aspect or something. But I don't know, it really got me like thinking. I'm like, why do people do a soft launch? I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't see the point in hiding who you're dating.
Yeah.
When you talk about influencers, I get it, I guess, because like when you have 1 million followers and you reveal whoever you're dating, could be a lot of pressure behind that.
Right.
But if you're an average Joe in the world,
right,
quote
like,
unquote, and you're hiding who you're dating,
it just seems silly. I don't know.
What's the premise?
I know, I don't get it. That's why I was
what goal
like,
are you trying to achieve with that?
That's why I was like, she seems like just like a normal girl. Like, why are you trying to hide your boyfriend? I don't get it.
Like, sounds mean to say, but no one probably cares.
Right, like, again, yeah, like, are you really trying to get, like, attention? Like, I don't know, maybe they're also, like, younger, and maybe it's, like high school-y thing, like, I don't know, like, trying to get, like, some attention, be like, oh, I have this guy, but you don't know, like, who he is, or whatever. And I feel like it's more girls than guys that, like, are soft launching or whatever, but I don't know. Like I said, to me, I'm like, I don't care. Like, this is my boyfriend. I really love him, and I like him a lot, and I love him a lot. Let me show him off. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was just, like, silly to me.
Well, it's like, are they dating a married guy or something? Like, what's...
Right! Like, why are you hiding?
Why you have to hide whoever you're dating?
Right, like, what's the secret? Like, you're just a average person living your life. Like, I don't know.
I don't know either. That's so weird. The soft launch versus hard launch.
Yeah.
No one just puts they're dating someone on Facebook anymore.
Yeah, like
I'm in a relationship with so and so. Like you gotta make it a whole thing. I don't know.
Secret.
Yeah, I wonder if it's more of like a younger Gen Z thing.
Yeah.
Or if you're a grown person doing that, listen. The last person to give life advice to people, but if you're a grown person doing that, you have to reevaluate some stuff. What's going on?
I know. Like to me, I'm like, I'm sorry. Maybe again, like maybe it's just me, but we do not care that much about like who you're with. Like we're happy, like you're in a happy relationship, whatever. But like we do not care. Like you.
Well, no one even like posts like a picture. Hey, I'm dating so and so.
Right.
You just start dating, and then like people just usually just post stuff
like that
as
you're
you
together.
go across. Yeah.
Right. Like you don't need an announcement that you're dating someone.
Yeah, no one takes a headshot of whoever they're dating and puts it in a post like, "Hey,
right. Just started
happy
dating.
to announce I'm dating Joe."
Like this second.
Yay!
Right? Yeah, like we're not saying you got to do that.
Like
but...
it just happened. Like it just happened. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know how to really explain it. Like you just date someone, and then if you post pictures of them, cool. But like maybe it's more of like I don't know, an attention seeking thing.
Yeah.
To build suspense.
Yeah.
Like if you do it for a long
so.
time, they'll only show parts of someone's face. Maybe people are close to them, like, oh, who are you dating?
Yeah.
Who is that? And you build it up for long enough, and then you find quote unquote hard launch them, and
you're like,
you get like 100 likes on a photo. It's like cool.
Cool.
All right.
Right. Yeah. I was just like, I don't get it to me, but maybe it's just I don't know, not my
It's weird.
thing. Yeah.
It's weird. I think that's pretty much it. The NFL draft starts on Thursday. Super pumped for it. Super excited. My friend Emmett and I are making a podcast. Called the 49er Bears. Actually, right now it's called 49er Bears podcast. We're talking about Bears, and his favorite team is the San Francisco 49ers. So we're kind of marrying the two, and then to talk about Bears and Niners news, and then more like we'll talk about what's going on in the entire NFL too. Won't be more of like a wide-reaching thing. Yeah. So I'm gonna do like a couple mock drafts. Yeah. Which is super hard to do. I don't know how people do it, because the draft is just like a crapshoot. Right. Even for people drafting players, you don't know, like you can't tell the future. That's true. You don't know who's gonna be good and who's not. Right. Right. So like, and then it makes it hard for us, like us as in like normal fans. Yeah. Because we're trying like to guess what someone might be picking. Yeah. Like the every general manager in the front office, they pick the players during the draft, right? So like they don't probably even know who they're drafting yet. They have like some sort of idea. Right. So GMs usually like list what they call it is a big board. Gotcha. So they make a board of all the players that they like. Yeah. And who they want to draft. Probably, if I were to guess, like at least 20 to 30 people. Okay. On the list for them, right? Because you can't get all of them, right? Because they're gonna get taken, and then you have to narrow it down. Yeah, so we need like a good amount of them. Sure. So like it's tough because they don't even know who they're going to draft. Like it's a very like random event. Like you don't know what's going to happen. So then we're trying to guess what they're going to pick once they don't even know who they're going to pick. So like,
yeah, that is true. That's hard.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is try to guess who the Bears pick. And then we're going to talk about in the first episode, like how well we did with guessing what happened and all that stuff. That's fun, though. Yeah, so it's going to be a fun weekend. It's a pretty long event, so it goes Thursday through Saturday's last day. So Thursday is round one, which round one takes like the longest. It's like 3 to 4 hours. Holy cow. For just the first round. Holy cow. 7 rounds total. Oh, geez. Yeah, well... Yeah, and then second day is Friday, I'm sorry. Second day is on Friday, and that's second and third rounds. Okay. And then the last day is Saturdays 4 through 7. Oh, wow. How long is that? It's actually pretty short. Because when all like the quote-unquote top players are gone, then at that point, just boom, 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 boom. Yeah, so like the way it works, there are 32 NFL teams, 7 rounds, right? Each team gets a pick each round unless they trade a pick. Because, like, we talked about last week, Bears trade a lot of good players to get more picks. Yeah. So you can trade your pick, whatever. So some teams will have more than 1 pick per round, depending on trades. Sure. Each team gets 10 minutes to pick. Oh, wow. So that's why the first round takes forever. Yeah. Because it's more like probably the cream of the crop right there, right? And they're more debating who to take. Yeah. It's getting the later rounds are usually guys with a little less talent. Gotcha. So then they're like, whatever, pick this guy. So yeah, it's going to be a pretty fun weekend. The draft is one of the best days of the NFL season, even though it's not really in season. Yeah. But something for almost every fan to look forward to. For sure. So yeah, I think that is the end of a little rundown here. Yes. Before we head off, do you have anything else you want to talk about, or are we good? I think I'm good.
think we talked about a lot of different things this week. I liked it and all the stuff. I've been waiting to talk about Love is Blind for like a week now.
Yeah.
So it's been my all my personality trait has been talking about Love is Blind. So I finally found someone at work who watches it. So that's all we talk about at lunch. So anyways.
That's so funny.
But yeah, no, I think I'm good for this week. But thanks for everyone for tuning in another week. 14.
Yeah, this is episode 14. Thank you for tuning in. Be a friend. Tell a friend about us, please. Again, go follow my friend Chris at Lil Chris __ on YouTube. We'll try to be better next week.
Yes.
Same old. We're back to the grind.
Yes.
Of it all.
We're back in routine.
Hope you have a great week, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
See ya. Peace.